All right, Boise State and Memphis. But we have, we can pick up some momentum again. All right, let's look at a couple more here in the next time block, but we're not going to get into the prime time games. Maybe save that. Maybe we can knock a few primetime games out on Friday, and then more on Saturday with the late action. That's how we'll cover it. But you're going to get plenty of free picks from me if you miss the picks. They're recorded for the channel, chopped up. You can just type in the team names and Tony's picks, and you'll get usually a pick from me and a pick from Tony. On most of the, Tony's got them all. All right, Boise State and Memphis here. This one is at 7 Eastern. So was the other two games, by the way, 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific. This is 193, 194, with Memphis favored by 3.5, and the total here 59.5. And this one opened at circa 3.5. I did see a line as low as 1. I never saw that line available to me, so I wasn't sure I was trusting it necessarily, but did see. This is immediately back to 3.5. I'm not even going to put much credit into that. I feel like this has been. I might have to go back and look at the show and see if it was 1. I'm pretty meticulous with my notes here, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm gonna be on Memphis. Oh, here's what it was. Thank you. Okay, this was the bizarre mover of the week as far as sides are concerned. Okay, Boise actually opened a 3-point favor. Okay, that's it. My memory escapes me now. I mean, it's only been 4 days. Where are my brain cells, you guys? Boise opened in this game a 3-point favorite, and Memphis has moved to the 3.5-point favorite in this game. So that's what it was. Okay, now I understand the line move. I'm supposed to be the expert at this. All right, let's see if we can't track that down and see exactly how, the line with line service. I can go in and I can look to see exactly how the line moved and when it moved. So it doesn't necessarily, it's not, it certainly has to be sharp action, right? I don't think there's any kind of big time injuries here. I mean, if anything, Boise State has the injury concerns, a little bit defensively. But I warranted this type of movement to 3.5. I mean, I was already on Memphis, so I missed that. Whatever it was a bad line, maybe. Whatever the case may be, I'm not sure. But I never had a shot at that. I wasn't lined up on the app to get that play right at that time. It didn't even come to my attention necessarily when I read it off. I think I just read it off as such and didn't even put 2 and 2 together. So Ray's on Memphis. Thomas is on Memphis. I'm on Memphis too, and I'm laying 3.5 points. It doesn't feel like it's a terrible number, actually. If Boise was a 3-point favorite, I think that I'm in that camp, right? So someone just must have pounced on this on a rogue number. Was anybody going to open it up? I'll go back and look and see, right? Because I want to know now. Because remember, I'm also looking, and I don't know if this is one of the lines that we had that was on, had an opener at DraftKings, but what we basically were saying was, this game opened, and remember there were several games where Circa was not towing the line necessarily with DraftKings. They were just open up their line and see if it moved, which is great. I mean, hey, sometimes you want early action, especially those guys. I mean, they're gamblers. Palm and Stevens, those guys are, maybe they're looking to take an action. And their bookmaker that, goes on Twitter and talks basically is disrespectful to a lot of books. Not very professional, but who says we are all professionals here? All right. Let me get back to I'm just taking Memphis. It's not even a handicap, right? I mean, I'm playing the market move, it looks like to me. not getting the best of it, doesn't matter. I want to be on Memphis in this game. My numbers were pointing out Memphis is a strong spot here in this one, so I'm just going to roll with it and take Memphis in this one. Feels like a strong play. Yeah, quite frankly, I'm not necessarily worried about this. I mean, my numbers indicate maybe it's a double-digit win. So, look, Boise had the back-to-back wins, right? They beat the Aztecs. They beat North Dakota State. They lost to UCF in Washington. So now the second straight road game, and Memphis just lost. And yeah, Boise doesn't run the ball too well, so I would think on the road they're gonna have some issues here. I would think for sure. Memphis could be better on offense, and I think maybe in this matchup they just might end up looking better on offense. But I think Hennigan, uh, I don't know, should have plenty of time. I mean, if I'm Memphis, I'm throwing the ball all over the place. I don't know if it's going to result in an over here. Uh, kind of leaning that way, but the total I have right there. In fact, I mean, it opened 58.5 and went up 60 and a half and back down to 59.5. I mean, that's basically what I'm saying, 60 points in this game. Maybe a little bit more, but it just feels like Hennigan against Boise State, they give up a ton of yards passing. So, Memphis, man, this is a premium. What am I doing? This is a premium right now on the show, Memphis. I could have just said that, I could have just said that without all that. I could have just did the handicap and said Memphis. But I try to figure it out. What did I have wrong on the line move? That's live video, folks. I hope it's entertaining because otherwise I'll just do videos.